On today's Battlefield Recon, exclusive footage and first details from China Rising played on Xbox One. Rock, paper, defibrillator? Find out what that means in our amazing clips of the week. Mind-blowing rendezvous. Find out what that means, you know what I mean. Hi, I'm Dan Dawkins, host of Battlefield Recon, and I'm joined by Battlefield expert, for the last time in this season of Battlefield Recon, Andy Hartup.
Hello.
In our first clip of the week, what better way to shed light on campers than with a torch? A welding torch. Burn his ass! That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah. It's no less than he deserves.
Amazing scenes in our second clip. There was a reason you were told not to stick scissors in a live plug socket, and now you can see the results reversed in Battlefield, where a man attempts to stick a metallic knife into a set of glowing defibrillators. It's
not very wise. I'm amazed that they found this out, because not a lot of people use the defibrillators in Battlefield 4.
In our third clip, this is special CCTV footage of Hawkeye from the Avengers popping to his corner shop for a Ginster's pasty, only to be assaulted by a jet plane. But he responds instantaneously, and obviously Hawkeye's the winner.
I never knew he was a fan of pasties.
He loves pasties, he loves picking up C4, and if he can lob it at a flying jet fighter.
Good. That was good.
That's amazing, right?
Yeah.
In our fourth clip, if I was the pilot of this chopper in question, I'd be saying, "Hot damn!" Except for it's not a hot damn, because it's a hot chopper. He doesn't hit the dam, he hits the chopper, and you'll see that in a minute.
I think you should give up now.
Yeah, okay, thanks. A sensational rendezvous in our fifth clip today by the Pie Turtle 101. You won't be laughing at his name, and he's certainly not going back in his shell, because this is an incredible feat of Battlefield 4 mastery.
If you were the pilot of this other plane, yeah, you're not laughing at this.
Oh boy, you've been fully served. You've had a
10-course.
Yeah, you've had a 10-course dinner of zouk. If you don't know what zouk is, it's a short term for bazooka.
Oh, fancy that.
Yeah, fancy that. So in the olden days when you couldn't laser target things, I had to use your Zuka. Now, pretty amazing shot, I would say. Special last bonus clip alert in our final show. A free extra clip.
We do spoil you.
Yeah. Oh, Ambassador, you do spoil us. And we do. With this amazing clip from the retro Battlefield 3, we're unafraid to go there. It's proof that NASA shouldn't have wasted $200 billion on the NASA Space Shuttle program when they could have sellotaped C4 to a dirt bike and got the same results. Ole!
That's pretty good. This is particularly relevant because we're about to talk about China Rising, which brings back the dirt bikes.
It's only taken us 14 weeks of show, but we finally got a segue from one segment to the other that's worked, Andy. China Rising! It was worked. Quad Bikes was our link in. The good news is you've been playing China Rising, or have played China Rising. You've played it on Xbox One.
I have.
Tell us all about it.
Okay. It's the first sort of properly new maps for Battlefield 4. The Second Assault DLC was essentially remakes from Battlefield 3. So what you get is you get 4 new maps, which is all good. And yeah, as you said, the dirt bikes are back. So just to take you through the new maps, there is Silk Road, which is it's a map set in the desert. So when you're playing it on a small game mode, like Team Deathmatch, you just appear in this little small base, and the base is actually really well designed. It's all sharp corners and things like that. You'll love it. And in like a bigger, larger scale, like a conquest mode, the map sort of sprawls out over the desert, and you can ride all the tanks around, and there's loads of dunes and things to ride the tanks over.
Oh, that sounds good.
It is a lot of fun, and it's my favourite.
They've built the map to show off the fact that vehicles are back.
Yeah, it's very much about the tanks in the bigger one. You also get Coil Peak, which is my second favourite map from China Rising. It's hard to describe. It's like it's essentially the peak of a mountain, but it's not like a mountainous map where there's loads of snipers hiding around. It's quite tight. There's loads of caves dug into the side of the mountain, and all the action sort of takes place in the caves and in the jungle surrounding it. It's really close combat, actually. If you're playing something like Obliteration, those game modes get absolutely insane in it. but it's a lovely sort of well-designed map. It's got quite a nice symmetry to it. Both sides of the map are reasonably symmetrical. I think you'll have a lot of fun playing with that. Another one which I thought was pretty good was Dragon Pass, although it's set in a jungle, and you've got rivers and all sorts of bits flowing through it. So it uses tanks and boats and aircraft, things like that. And there's a base or two in it. It's got a little bit of everything. It's okay in the smaller modes. It's like an unfinished base, so there's lots of concrete lying around, things like that. Wasn't too impressed with it in the smaller modes. And finally, you've got Altai Range, which is in the bigger map. It's like a massive mountain, so choppers, vehicles, lots of sniping going on. There's loads of rocks where snipers can hide, things like that. It was okay. It was my least favourite of the China Rising maps. In the smaller version, it all centres on this observatory. So there's an observatory building in the middle with like rocky mountainous bits around the outside. Again, though, though it was a small map, it was great for snipers, which probably explains why I don't like it, because I'm not that keen on the old sniping.
Pro sniper, are you?
Sadly not. I think you're either pro sniper or you're anti sniper, and I'm pretty much anti. So that's like a rough overview of the maps. I did get to play with the dirt bikes as well, which was fun.
Yeah. Have they changed since the olden days?
No,
Right.
not really. Yeah. They're still they're pretty difficult to manoeuvre, and especially if you're trying to do it in first person. Just wouldn't recommend that at all.
Yeah.
There was dirt bikes on the Coil Peak map, so you were riding. I was riding them through the jungle, and I managed to run a few people over, which was quite satisfying because you can't really see them coming, because if you're riding it through like a thick bit of jungle, then all you hear is the bike, and then it hits you, and then you're dead.
Yeah.
That happened to me a few times as well, I have to admit. So yeah, I really I enjoyed the dirt bikes, and I did get caught out by a number of people planting C4 on them and driving them at me as well.
Ooh.
Which it's funny to watch in the videos, not so funny when it happens to you.
Yeah, bad times.
But
maybe it was Hawkeye from the Avengers.
It could have been Hawkeye.
On
Hawkeye.
On his way to buy a pasty from the shops.
Yeah.
In Gulin Pass, whatever it is. Yeah.
One thing I didn't do actually is I didn't play Air Superiority. Oddly, they didn't let us play it.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Oh well, the good news is you will be able to play this as we speak, because China Rising is out today.
It's out now.
As you listen, out today.
Right now.
Available 2 weeks early for all premium subscribers, so that's good news.
Yeah, and you get it for free if you've got Battlefield Premium.
Anything else to note on it before we wrap up this amazing season of Battlefield Recon?
No, nothing to note on it. I mean, well, the one thing that struck me about it is the maps feel fairly similar. So whereas in the core Battlefield 4 maps, you definitely know you're playing Siege of Shanghai,
right? Or
you definitely know that you're at Hunan Resort and things like that. With the China Rising, maybe it's because I haven't played them that much, they sort of blended into one another. So with the exception of maybe Silk Road, which is very staunchly a desert one, they don't feel very different, like setting wise, environment wise. So it's not like they lack personality, it's just that they are, they're themed, I suppose. They're part of the same pack, they're themed.
Yeah, so they make consistent sense within their own world.
They do, yeah.
Okay, that's it. That's the end of this season of Battlefield Recon. Thank you so much for bearing with us. What seems like many moons ago was in fact a mere 14 moons ago. Weekly moons. That's a terrible description. Yeah. Many moons. Too many moons for me to remember. But we're here now. We've reached the end. Thank you so much for your support. Do check out more great Battlefield videos. We've got some exclusive HD footage of China Rising on the CBG channel. And do subscribe for more great Xbox One and PS4 videos over the forthcoming weeks. Thank you so much. Andy, any final words?
No, just to say a big thank you to everyone who's listened and put up with me choosing all the wrong weapons and giving all the wrong advice. It's very kind of you all.
And thank you for tolerating all my brilliant accents and puns. Until the next time, keep it real, keep it Battlefield. We'll see you soon.